Welcome ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rowan from eYachts and we are the Pardo dealer for Australia. Here we are at the Cannes International Boating Festival and we are on board one of the most spectacular crafts. Pardo is synonymous for the dayboat industry and open boats, and here we are in the GT range, the Gran Turismo, at 52-foot boat with an enclosed helm and saloon area. Beautiful boat, and I cannot wait to take you through. Come aboard. As you guys see, as we're here, we've got handrails, all carbon fibre. You don't have to have these up. They're in place here for the show to add a bit of safety and security, but without them in place, you have this beautiful flush deck and flush bow. Really beautifully appointed, obviously the Italian styling, which we all love. Nothing's better than copping a bit of raise, and with our bow lounge that we have up here, there's going to be plenty of that. Plenty of room for 3 or 4 of your friends while having a chat underway or while at anchor. As you can see, while we're talking about the anchor, another synonymous part of Pardo is the reverse raked bow, as you see across their whole range. And as that anchor system comes out, while it looks quite smart and clean lines, the whole anchor system will come out and deploy the anchor with camera vision at the helm. As we make our way back, you'll see we've got a reverse raked window. Once again, as you'll notice with the new style of the Pardo range from the Endurance 60 and now the GT 52, it really gives a nice clean line, actually quite practical for heat reduction, but it also gives increased volume inside, as you'll see as we walk through the boat. The beautiful black finishing here, the black handrail, really just adds to the Italian style that we're all growing to love today. Once we take a few steps further back, we start being surrounded by the bulwarks here, which does obviously give the main protection, which carries on through here to the aft cockpit. And as you'll see here, we've got a nice wide walkway here, nice thick bulwarks, good height, and of course safety hand railing all the way along here. So safety is definitely a key part of this boat. Now as we transition into the aft cockpit here, you'll see this will be one of the main entertaining areas of this boat, and it's quite functional in many ways. Right now it's set up for a dining where we can comfortably sit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and probably 7, 8 round here, 8 people. This will also drop down to be a big sun lounge, and quite smart from the Pardo designers is all these backrests will come right down, including the rear ones here, as you'll see, to make an incredibly huge day bed. Perfect place to be on those beautiful days in Sydney Harbour, the Gold Coast Whitsundays, Western Australia at Rottnest Island. Perfect place to hang out with your friends and loved ones. On the platform here, you'll see we've got a hydraulic up and down motion here. Store your dinghies on board or just to swim from. This is a really lovely place to be on a beautiful day. Once again, safety is our main key. So as we walk down here with the platform down, they've smartly integrated a step here, and then there'll be sea stairs that take us down onto the swim platform as it's lowered down, so that gap of the platform isn't lost. Obviously in Europe, a passerelle is key and ideal. In Australia, maybe not as necessary, but this is definitely an option that you would take if you want to take delivery in Australia, but it will tuck away nice into the rear there, and then you've just got clean lines all the way through. All right, as we make our way back into the cockpit here, you'll see we've got some lovely seating areas here, and lots of little things are thought of. You know, obviously for us, a drink holder is ideal. You've got 2 both on port and starboard side here. Refrigeration, we've got 2 nice drawer fridges that go back under this lounge area, and then a nice ice maker that sits perfectly placed under there to keep those drinks cold. With the GT range here, all these windows do open up. Now this is the prototype model. It has evolved slightly since this was launched, but what is quite nice is all 3 of these windows do open up, the door slides open, and it just makes a further extension from your saloon to your rear cockpit and just adds to the extra volume of this boat. Above the rear cockpit here we have a nice sun awning that does retract, come out and give sun protection to this dining area. Nicely discreeted here we have a 7-bottle wine fridge. Now just after the saloon and in the centre of the cockpit we have direct access to the engine space. Quite a generous room really for the mechanic. This boat's powered by Volvo IPS, the D8, 600 horsepower each engine. This is a great mechanical space down here. We've also got a nice generator. We've got water desalination and just plenty of space down here for any mechanical needs. As we walk into the main saloon area here, you'll see we've got some lovely lounges, beautiful soft material, lounge to starboard and dining to port. Now there is a couple of options here. So as you'll see on this boat, we do have the galley down. Your other option, you can have on deck galley here, which adds for more lounge space downstairs. I think personally this is a really great layout. It does add the, this is your lounging area, separates your galley there and provides more space. To finish off a beautiful saloon area on a boat, we have a nice pop-up telly here, discreetly positioned, and just really will add to the enjoyment on board the boat. This one does have the satellite dishes on board, so you can get the satellite TV. Just a couple of options that are available through Pardo. You see a lot of the detail that the Italians love to add. You know, the stainless infill here into the timber tabletops really just breaks up the standard and what's traditionally a boring old table. Obviously we've got nice sturdy timber table bases, and which matches the exterior. As we move our way forward, we're coming up to the helm position here. Now this seat that I didn't point out does also add to the lounging area here. Obviously the movable backrest goes there. A really smart feature on the Pardo 52 is the helm position. Now as it was a lounge before, with a simple press of the button it goes up to become the helm seat, and also is nice for if you're a little bit shorter that you can sit a little bit higher. As we're positioned here nicely at the helm, you can see we've got two very large Garmin screens, but everything's nicely ergonomically placed. You'll see we've got the Volvo throttles here, complemented by the IPS joystick, but the minimalistic dash, they haven't gone over the top and added buttons and everything's quite messy. Everything's nicely positioned from your window wipers to your lights, horn, the navigation lights, your helm seat up and down, and of course what complements this beautiful area is the opening sunroof. Right now while we're here in Cairn, it's been a very hot 31-degree day. The moment I just opened that roof, you just felt the air just induct into here and just cool the room down immediately. Definitely a huge plus for this boat, and probably something you would open every day of the week. If you do want to have this open, you've got the fly meshes for those areas where the mosquitoes and midges are a bit prevalent. You push it back that way. And of course, if the sun's beating down too much, we have a nice block-out curtain. Here at the helm, you do get a great vision out of here with an uninterrupted panoramic view of all the glass windows throughout the whole boat. While manoeuvring this boat and underway, you're going to have full vision and not have any blind spots or obstacles when navigating. Now we do have a secret little compartment here that I'd love to show you. While we open this up here, we have a whole nother cabin down here. Now this for the European and American market would be considered the crew cabin, but it can also be an overflow for the additional child, or just use it for storage. Now importantly, we all need to be fed, so let's go down to this galley, which is incredibly generous for this size boat. Now as we come down these stairs, we've got nice grip all the way down as we come into the beautiful galley. Now as I said, this can be either a galley or a lounging option. I prefer this just because it's so much larger and offers more space. But we've got plenty of refrigeration space, we've got dishwashers, we've got cupboard space, and even more refrigeration back here too. So there's an abundance of refrigeration on here. And one of the great little features is these wine chillers. So you put a wine bottle in there and it will be cold in a very short period of time. One of the great features of the galley here is this atrium feel. So you're never going to have that stuck down in a dungeon sort of feel on this boat. And you're also going to be able to interact with everyone at the helm, in the saloon, or even into the rear cockpit, which is quite nice. Another nicely accessed area is the control panel here. So this is going to turn on and power up all our things from our bow thruster to our table lifts, sunroof, VHF, instruments, hi-fi, all those things are all at a touch here, and discreetly hidden away by a nice sliding little door. This cabin, while maybe not the largest on board, it does make this boat quite a nice family boat. You've got the master cabin forward, the kids can sleep here, or if you had the overflow of guests, you still got a more than suitable cabin to hang out for the night. It does have some cupboard space forward here and here, as well as you walk forward and you go straight into your own private ensuite. Now this ensuite does double as a day head, which you'll see here. While out on the water, your guests don't have to use the master cabin, they can come straight in here. However, once you're in here, you've got quite a large shower. You've got a nice rainfall style shower head, complemented by beautiful LED lights. It really brightens up this whole area. A little bench should you want to sit down and have a shower, as well as a nice little handheld shower head. But even the detail they've actually added to this boat, you've got a nice recessed area here with cutouts to put your soap. So if you put your soap here, it doesn't roll away. Obviously we're on a boat, you just place it in there, and if you need to wash it out, it's all going to self-drain down into the shower area. Smart little detail. Plenty of little vanity area, and also we've got some natural light that can come through the portholes in the shower as well as in the galley there, which might help with cooking. As we move forward into the master cabin, you'll be quite astounded at the actual size of this room and the bed itself. They really maximise the space in here by putting almost a thwartship bed, but it works very nicely on this boat. Complemented by a little seating area there. Have your morning coffee or a chat to your loved one in bed. Obviously storage is always key on board. Underneath the bed we've got plenty of pull-out storage there. We do have another large cupboard here and below, does have the owner's private things on board, so we'll just leave that one alone, as well as above head storage. Discreetly positioned up in the roof here, we have another nice flat screen telly that does fold away, so where you're laying in bed at night time you can watch your favourite films. Moving to the most forward part of the accommodation space, we have the ensuite for the master cabin. Toilet and then a shower to starboard, which once again I think you'll find throughout the whole Pardo range now, especially with the GT and the Endurance, all these above head showers, rain showers are just so stunning with their integrated LED lights. As you look around this boat, you'll see a lot of high level of detail, from the leather finishes to all the trim throughout the whole boat. This is all filtered down from the parent company called Grand Soleil, building the high level of sailing boats, and now they've gone into the powerboat range. Started with the open day boats and now going into the enclosed vessels just like this one, as well as the E60, and the range is only going to continue. Well, that concludes the tour of the Pardo GT52. I hope you loved it as much as we did. I'm Rowan from E-Yachts. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and keep watching our content moving forward. If you'd like to learn more about the Pardo 52 or the entire range, please reach out to us at E-Yachts. We'd be more than happy to help.